As you've heard before, drinking is pretty big. The drinking age in the United States is 21. Drinking age in Spain is 18. And nightlife, strict closing times, and it can start late. We're having dinner from 9 to 10. Usually, nightlife can start around 2 in the morning until the sun comes up. Personal space and driving, and respected and coveted. That's what we need as Americans. And in Spain, is close proximity. We've spoken about that through the presentation as well. And driving is normal for us here in the U.S. We drive everywhere, unless you live in New York, where you're going to be using a little bit more public transportation, like the trains and buses there. Otherwise, we drive everywhere. In Spain, it's walking distance, and public transportation is heavily used. Fashion is casual dress on days off. In the U.S., you can probably see people in sweats and whatnot, and that is not found in Spain. Spain is still casual, but they're very fashionable. And in shopping, big malls and shopping centers. In the US and Spain, smaller shops and markets. When entering a small shop, always greet the store clerk with buenos dias or buenas tardes, depending on the time of day. It's good morning or good afternoon. You should ask the clerk to show you something. It is not customary for the customer to handle the merchandise. This also applies to buying fruit or other food items from a market. You do not select the fruit yourself, but ask for medio kilo, half a kilo, or un kilo, 2.2 pounds, of what you want. And don't forget to say adios while exiting, or hasta luego while exiting the shop. I was reading a blog about an American young lady that is living in the US, and, um, and I found it very interesting. She was writing on 7 surprising cultural differences between the US and Spain. And one of them, I think this was number 7, the close knit social groups. She states, I have had a particularly hard time with this one, as I've been trying to wheedle my way into my boyfriend's close knit group of friends for a year. She tries to establish relationships with her boyfriend's friends, and the difference in individualist versus collectivist dimension is working against this happening. According to Hofstede, collectivist societies like Spain, friendships are predetermined, and in individualist society like the US, friendships are voluntary and should be fostered. It is easier to just become friends and develop a relationship in an individualist society versus a collectivist society, because it's going to be harder. You're seen as an out group member, not an in group, and that's what's happening with her. And that's her, me on the right, just trying to fit in, Chelsea. And you can actually almost see with the body language how they're kind of like embraced, and she's back here trying to fit in. My biblical perspective, Galatians 5:22 through 23. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, forbearance, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self control. Against such things there is no law. This passage, written by the Apostle Paul to the people in Galatia, was an advice in the midst of hard times. Despite the circumstances the Galatians were experiencing, the advice was to remain filled with the Spirit and to demonstrate unto others the result of leading a spirit-filled life. When the approach is love, joy, peace, forbearance, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control, there is no room for prejudice, unkindness, or loss of control. Then we will be open to a diverse team and allowing others to operate according to their own strengths, because everyone should be viewed as a vital part of a team within one body. That leads me to 1 Corinthians 12 through 14. For as the body is one, and hath many members, and all the members of that one body, being many, are one body, also is Christ. For by one Spirit we are baptized into one body, whether we be Jews or Gentiles, whether we be bond or free, and have been all made to drink into one Spirit. For the body is not one member, but many. As different as we may be, we have something to contribute to society, in our congregations, at the workplace. We have been uniquely crafted as part of one body with our own traits, personality, and background to establish yourself within that group and move the group forward. That is my presentation. I hope you liked it. God bless.